One of the closest allies of the United States just conducted in its largest mass killing in 3 years. But Saudi Arabia's actions are not generating much outrage from U.S. lawmakers or the media, to say that. RT's Dan Cohen has the story.
It's Saudi Arabia's largest ever mass execution of its Shia minority. The U.S. ally beheaded 37 people, even pinning one man's body and severed head to a pole as a message, a warning to others who might dare raise their voice. Their crime? Peaceful protesting in demand of a better life and democratic rights. But Saudi Arabia is an absolute monarchy, and protests like this are forbidden, considered terrorism.
The men were executed for adopting terrorist and extremist thinking and for forming terrorist cells to corrupt and destabilize security.
The United Nations has spoken out against the executions.
The High Commissioner for Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet, today strongly condemned the beheading of 37 men in spite of repeated appeals by UN human rights system about the lack of due process and fair trial guarantees. Allegations are that confessions were obtained through torture and the age of some of those executed.
Here in Washington, the reaction to the mass killing is minimal. Senator Bernie Sanders, who's leading the polls to become the Democratic Party's presidential candidate in 2020, wrote on Twitter that the mass execution underscores how urgent it has become for the United States to redefine our relationship with a despotic regime in Saudi Arabia and to show that the Saudis do not have a blank check to continue violating human rights and dictating our foreign policy. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib chimed in too, saying Saudi Arabia's ruler MBS tortures and executes children. Already this year, he has killed 100 people. At least 3 today were arrested as teenagers and tortured into false confessions. He killed them for attending protests. Think about that. Republicans have been silent. They're apparently too busy pushing for regime change in Venezuela. And mainstream Democrats, who so often have invoked the R2P doctrine, the responsibility to protect in Libya and Syria, well, they're not saying a lot. Senator Dianne Feinstein was an exception. She called for the U.S. to reconsider its relationship with Saudi Arabia. But the kingdom has long used beheading as its preferred method of capital punishment, and executions have doubled under the Crown Prince. Still, this latest mass killing isn't even the largest mass execution in the reign of Mohammed bin Salman. That was back in 2016 when he had 43 people beheaded. And that didn't stop him from becoming the toast of the U.S. elite, meeting with everyone from Donald Trump and Barack Obama to Jeff Bezos, The Rock, and Oprah. So if you're expecting the U.S. to take concrete action, don't hold your breath. Reporting in Washington, Dan Cohen, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.